Okay, so I must admit first that this feel is actually nostalgic to be back at this stage again, where I performed 11 plays in my 4 years of time. So last I checked, it was most number of performances by any individual at this particular stage. But thank you. But I'm not, taking any pride in it. I would love to know if someone in the audience or someone who is already a student here has broken that record. I mean, I would love to meet someone who hates what they teach at the faculties and love what can be done here at this stage. So that brings me to the most ordinary part of this whole talk, my introduction. So I've had actually, amazing experiences introducing myself to people. So some people, when they ask me, oh, so what you do? And I tell them, I'm a computer engineer. And they're always like, oh, wow. And then I tell them, wait, I am a part-time struggling actor as well. And they're like, oh, okay. And that is quite unsettling for me. Like, it makes me wonder that, did I tell them that I am a part-time struggling rapist or something? Like, what's so disgusting about it? But let me tell you what's so disgusting about it. It's their perception, it's their general perception about the people who have some kind of artistic inclination. And they think that if someone is pursuing performing arts or something like that, then they are obviously not serious about their lives, or maybe they are, drug addicts, or someone who have no moral or ethical values at all. Like, right now, just before my talk, so I was talking about what kind of perceptions people have about about men who are into performing arts. So I have. What do you think about this guy? We have this general perception about a man who want to be a dancer, and if he wears ghungru, then we have this general perception that he must be gay. Right? No, it's not funny. Seriously, it's not funny. We have this general perception in our society. And if it's a girl who wants the same, then the labels are countless, actually. And you can't even imagine what they think about girls who want to pursue a career in acting or in music and stuff like that. But today I'll not be talking about the dark side of it, or I'll not be criticizing the way our society behaves, or what our society is, because we all know what it is. So there is no point talking about them or criticizing them. Today I want this audience to put on a different lens and try to understand the potential performing arts have and what it can add to one's life. So today I want you all to see performing arts from a very different angle. How we'll be doing it? We'll be doing it from a story. Like, you are very used to stories. I know this audience. So this story is a very personal one. It's a really ordinary story. Like, I am no one. I have not achieved anything in my life which I can take pride in it. So I am no one. So it's an ordinary story. But it's my personal journey. And in my personal journey, I have observed things, and I have identified the potential of performing arts. And I know that this performing art is just not for entertainment. It's a tool which can help us to be better humans at our workplace, in our social circles, with our family. It's a tool that can help us to have a better life. So that is me. I'm not dark as this guy. Maybe. So I came from a very small city. And to be very honest, my schooling was in a school which was, an Urdu medium school. And last I checked, they have closed their operations, and I'm very glad for that because they were useless. So I came from a very small city. There was no exposure at all for me. And I had so many fears inside myself. And I was very bad at communication. I didn't know how to talk to people. I had difficult time understanding people and how they behave and why they do what they do. So what happened with me that I got into GIK and I found this particular space where I explored myself. I explored so many characters. I explored countless stories. And most of all, I explored the audience. I'll give you a brief overview of what it done for me. So the moment I entered into the corporate life, the challenges were completely different. So in corporate life, they expected me to be more customer centric. They expected me to be a better team player. They expected me to handle pressure situations. They expected me to be innovative and adaptable, respect differences, and to speak up when it was necessary. But at that point, I realized that I have spent 16 years of my life in education and in learning from the books, and no book has ever taught me these things. No book has ever taught me these things. But my experience at theater and how I worked during the plays taught me these things. So I can give you an example. How I learned customer centricity, how I learned to be more customer centric through theater. So in theater, there is a practice that we use this exercise where we have to switch from one character to another. So right now I am character A, and at this moment I'll be a character B. So my job is to switch characters and to move around. So I devised this technique that they say at the corporate companies that you have to be in customer shoes to understand your customer. But my belief is that, let's say, if my character A is not someone who panics at pressure situations, and my character B is someone who get panicked and in pressure situations. So if character A wants to be in character B's shoes, he won't be able to understand it. So while switching characters, I understood customer centricity and how I learned to respect differences. I played some characters. On this same stage, I played a character of a drug addict. But I learned to respect differences because I don't support drug usage or drug abuse. I don't support it. But I still played a character who was a druggie. And through that process, I just understood the character. I just understood the character from a very, impartial view. And I realized that there is no absolutely good or bad in our society. We should not label people that this is a bad people, this is, he's a good man, he's a bad man. Because we all are just humans. We can have good attributes, we can have good phase, we can have bad phase, but there is no absolutely good or bad. So I learned to respect the differences. And there are other things as well. I learned to handle pressure when I was sitting at that backstage and there were 600 people waiting for my appearance. So I learned how to handle pressure. And these things, they helped me at my corporate life. They helped me to be, a better professional. They helped me in my job. And I am doing quite well, trust me. So just to give you guys a flavor of it, I have an exercise about teamwork. So if I can have 5 to 7 volunteers from this audience, then we'll perform an exercise and I'll explain how theater can help you learn teamwork. So can I have 5 to 7 people from the audience quickly? Okay, so this is an exercise normally we perform at theater. So can you guys please come here? And what you need to do is that you'll have to form a circle first. Stand in a circle. So once you're done forming a circle, it's not a circle. Yeah. Okay. So once you're done, you'll have to hold your hands. Okay. And now when I'll say stretch, you'll stretch the circle. And by stretching, I mean that you'll have to close your legs and go back. I didn't say stretch. Relax. Okay, let me do it one way. Okay. Stretch. 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 Relax. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Stretch. Relax. Okay, now when you'll stretch, you'll have to breathe in and breathe out. Okay? Stretch. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Relax. Okay, so just to give you my observation. So this is very boring exercise. Like it seems to be very boring exercise, but let me tell you what it does. So it can teach a group of people how to behave in a team, right? So let me just demonstrate how it does it. So when I'll tell them stretch, the goal of this team is to stretch their boundaries. The goal of this team is to stretch the boundaries and to deliver at their maximum potential. Okay? So let me say it one more time. Stretch. So now they all know what their goal is, and their goal is to stretch and to deliver at their maximum potential. Relax. Easy, guys. Okay. And the second thing is that they all will have an awareness. Like they all, I'm sure, some of them already working in some teams and some are still students. So they all have this awareness that they are connected to each other because they are standing in a team. They are connected to each other. And if anyone goes missing, if any link goes missing, then there won't be a team to stretch and to deliver at their potential. So by doing this simple exercise, they can learn the importance of every individual at their team. Okay? And the last thing is that we had, some person from in this team, and there is always, people in the team who wants other to move place. And they are always pointing the next guy, tu thoda sa side pe ho ja bhai. They're always like that. They are pointing people to move aside so that they can form a perfect circle. So we always have people like this in the teams who are always pointing out at others and who don't realize that in this circle to stretch and to deliver is an individual responsibility. It's a responsibility of every individual to have the awareness of circle and just move, because after all it's a circle. If they'll move 1 feet away, then the circle will stay as it is. So it won't make any difference. So we used to actually, thank you so much, Piu. Thank you. So we used to actually do this exercise for like months. And what it taught us to be a better team player. Same way, we used to do exercises on character switching and all that stuff. My point is that we all know performing arts from a very different perspective. We all know that it's just for entertainment. There are actors who just come on stage and who just perform. We don't know the idea behind it. We don't know what it can add to one's life. And today, after this talk, I would want you and I would request you to just challenge your perception about performing arts. Just believe in its potential and just know that it has power to change people and to change even our society. Thank you very much for your time.